I'm getting so addicted to this stuff. It's so awesome. Just love it. Hey, my name is Brian Ridge. My lovely sister inspired me to do a quick video. She's got a bunch of kids because she's an educator, and they're no longer in school thanks to this coronavirus thing, and she asked other people to maybe send a quick short video to help educate the youth of today. First thing I need to make clear absolutely is I'm in no way an educator. It's not my skill set, my practice, or anything I've done in my past. I did think I would maybe make a quick video that might be useful to some, and really I'm just going to title it Things I Wish People Would Have Told Me When I Was Graduating High School and I Didn't Have to Learn Years From Now. First thing I'm going to talk about what I'm going to call life hacks. Really simple. I wish people have told me this because several years until I was probably out of college, I hadn't signed up for all the annuity programs that like airline has, or hotels, Marriott, Hilton, Red Roof, whatever. They're literally, if you have to stay there, just giving away points. Sometimes they last for a lifetime, other times they expire, so be aware of that. But most times you can get that stuff to keep going. I've been able to travel the world. Eventually I signed up for those, and my work required me to travel quite a bit. I've been to South America, to Machu Picchu with my family on effectively those points. I've been to Europe a couple times, and I can still travel probably around the world a couple times with the points I have and stay at the Marriott location of my choice because that's where I've racked up those points. Doesn't take anything to sign up for it. Just takes a few minutes and you're good to go. I don't know where life's going to take you. Maybe you don't think you're going to travel that much, but things could change at any time. Also, life hack kind of number 2 is get a fake phone number and a fake email address. Anytime you go to that store and they say, would you like to give our phone number for another 10% off or whatever, this or that, say absolutely, call anytime and give them your fake phone number. Obviously you hope to give them a phone number that somebody else doesn't have. You're signing up for Wi-Fi somewhere, don't use your own email address. That's ridiculous. Use your fake email address all the time. Maybe one that you can check sporadically or confirm you have it, but not one you're going to actually transact and be doing emails with. So anytime a company asks you for your email, give them that fake email. Anytime they ask you for, to track you a phone number, proudly take the points. Go to Walgreens, tell them your phone number on your account, and they're going to buy 3, get 1 free. Feel great about it. All right, now just a little bit of financial stuff, and some of this is pretty basic. I retired when I was 44. I didn't sell an internet company. I just was pretty good about my financial stuff and certainly had a lot of good breaks and had some good things happen financially for me. The number one thing I'm going to tell you is, well, first of all, most people will tell you invest early, right? The earlier you start an investment, the more it pays off, it builds, it's a snowball effect, and I absolutely agree with that. Most importantly, I believe, is don't have money working against you. So while you do want to save money and have it away, you don't want to be having money that's costing you money. So here's an example. Let's say you put $10 a day into a savings account. You do that for 30 years. Just with the 5% interest rate, here's what that number equates out to. So you're going to put $110,000. That's putting $10 in every day for 5 years. That adds up to $110,000 out of your pocket. Investment-wise, getting 5% interest, and you now have $250,000. So you've more than doubled your money just because compound interest helps you over time. Well, here's the other way to look at it, and this is the other side of the coin. Let's say I put $10 on a credit card every day for the rest of, or for that same 30 years. Well, I've put $110,000 that I've bought stuff, so I've spent that as opposed to save it. Now the credit card companies, which get way better interests, the number that you will owe if you've not paid down that balance at all is $4.1 million. Credit card interest is just debilitating for people. Have money work for you as best as you can, but more importantly, don't have money work against you. Another thing that's happened in the last decade, a lot of companies have moved away from just explicitly charging you for something, for saying, no, let's have you sign up for a year. So I might have bought a software program before that cost me $39.85, and then they nicely come out and say, no, we'll do it for $14.95 a year. Just sign up, give us your credit card, and we'll just set it up recurring, so you'll pay that every year as you use the program. Well, spoiler alert, and FYI, they aren't going to remind you that they are still collecting that money 10 years from now. When you're no longer using that program, you've forgotten about it. So that's the game. Know the game. Resist it, just like today we're resisting the coronavirus. Don't sign up for recurring fees. Might be tempting to say, HBO is just another $10. Hey, this Amazon service is a couple more dollars. this app on my phone is just $1 a month. That's no big deal. Well, that stuff could really add up. And as we said before, we want money working for us, not money working against us. Last comment from me has to do with my appreciation for science and the scientific method and what it's taught me. Again, very important for me to preamble here that I am not a scientist by any regard, shape, or manner. I don't have a degree in science. I don't practice science, but I certainly have appreciation for it. I try to listen to science podcasts. I certainly love to listen to some of the great scientists that talk about our discoveries and how we're doing stuff. And I will just say, I think by far science is the #1 factor in advancing civilization. The human plight on this earth is just so much more advanced thanks to a lot of people doing a lot of smart things and learning and building upon that. For me, the scientific method is something I always appreciated and liked. And I think in general, I would couch it as this. For yourself, learn about critical thinking. We all live in this world where there's a lot of emotional arguments. There's a lot of social commentary out there, sometimes very good and sometimes just emotion, just bloviations of people. Be able to learn and see what good data and good information comes from. Use your instincts for that as well, but at the same time, just double check things and look at things. And over time, you're going to have a better appreciation for understanding what looks like a bad source and probably finding out it's more the case as well. Keep your mind open. Don't just look for what supports the evidence that you've provided. Just look to learn. The #1 thing I think I learned in business was that decisions need to be made with good data. And all of us that have a skill in analyzing and looking at data have a great advantage over those that don't. We can see trends that are happening before other people do. We can look for opportunities. I just find if I have a lot of numbers, a big spreadsheet, and I can pour into what's happening with sales in my current job or marketing in past jobs, that it really was, one, intellectually interesting, and two, very productive for my career to be able to have that insight. So I recommend to everybody here, think about the scientific method, even if that doesn't apply to your job or daily life. Think about how that helps build you critical thinking and how we need to test beliefs, not just jump on bandwagons. With that, I will leave you just one little clip thought, which is the very end of a movie aptly named The Meaning of Life. Thank you for your time and indulgence for listening for me. Thanks to my sister Heather Essig for inspiring me to do this silly video as well.
Now here's The Meaning of Life. Thank you, Brigitte. Well, it's nothing very special. Try and be nice to people, avoid eating fat, read a good book every now and then, get some walking in, and try and live together in peace and harmony with people of all creeds and nations. And